Hey guys, welcome back to Robertson's Belly Acres. Today we're going to do a little automotive tip. We're coming into the cold weather, and there's a few things that you really got to take precaution of and make sure things are taken care of on your vehicle. That way you know when you go out there, when it's freezing cold in the morning, you're getting ready to go to work or got to run and get something to eat, you know your car is going to start and you're going to get there and back just fine. The first thing I want to touch on today is your antifreeze. We have to make sure, obviously everybody knows, antifreeze, pretty self-explanatory. Keeps the water from freezing up in your engine and breaking parts. Flip side of that, antifreeze is also anti-boil. I don't know why they didn't call it anti-boil or anti-nothing. It's antifreeze, so that's the reason we're going with that. If you come up here and look, on your radiator reservoir, you have a minimum and a maximum. This is cold fill temperature. That means the truck hasn't been run much today. I backed it up, aired up the tire, backed it over here so we could check the antifreeze real quick. It's cold. I took the cap off, stick my finger in there. It's wet. I'm not getting burned. Gotta make sure you're full. Go to your parts store or local Walmart, wherever they sell antifreeze. You can buy these testers. I like this kind. It's got a little dial in there. I'll show you how that works. But on this side, it says freeze point. It gives you two ranges. It gives you Celsius and Fahrenheit. So what I like to do, I like to keep mine right about that -20 as far as antifreeze on the Fahrenheit. So 50-50 mix is 34 below, -34 Fahrenheit. So we're going to be at that 20 to 34, which that's hard to get the full 34 if you're just adding antifreeze to your system, which that's what we'll be doing with this old truck today. But we're going to go ahead on the other side, like I was mentioned before, anti-boil. Without antifreeze, the water gets to, what is it, 212 degrees is boiling. Once you get to 212 degrees with pure water, it starts to boil. Antifreeze helps that raise that boil point. So you, instead of being at 212, you're like, I believe it's like 260 or 280. Somebody out there in the comments, let me know what that boil point is with a 50-50 blend. I'd appreciate it. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this tester, we're gonna squeeze the bulb, push all the air out of it that we can. Take that hose and put it right down there and make sure it's in the water solution, the antifreeze. And we're just gonna suck it right up in there, let go of the ball. And see how you just filled that whole reservoir. You can pull it up out of there, tip your hose up so that it doesn't drain out. And look and see where your gauge is at. Right now we're good to about, I'm gonna say about 20 degrees above Fahrenheit. So we definitely need to go get some antifreeze today. I don't have any in the shop, but we're gonna go down here in a few minutes. I'll get some antifreeze, and when I put that in, I'll show you what we're talking about. But also, on your anti-boil side, see, with antifreeze, right now in Fahrenheit, it's broke up in Celsius and Fahrenheit again. We're at 200, just below 258 degrees Fahrenheit as boiling point. If you look over here at -34, is freezing. That puts our water at 265 degrees before it starts to boil. If your water boils, that means your vehicle's overheating. Overheating is not good. You'll cause a lot of engine damage. Unfortunately, that's what's happened to this old truck before we got it. That's the reason we're working on it. But let's go to town. We'll pick up some antifreeze and we'll get it added in there, and we'll show you guys how to do that. Okay guys, so we didn't get into the store last night or yesterday, but we're here today and we came to this blue store. But as you can see, there are so many different brands and types of antifreeze that you can use. Like we were telling you before, you've got 50-50 extended life antifreeze. That's Dexcool. This is for Chevy products, or General Motors products. You don't want to put that in a Ford or a Dodge. And then you can get the regular extended life, but all different kinds. What I choose to use I'm going with Prestone Antifreeze. It's for all vehicles. It doesn't matter if you have a Chevy, Dodge, Ford, Volkswagen, this stuff's okay to put in it. So we're gonna take this out and we're gonna go put this, when we get home, we're gonna do let a little bit of water out of the radiator so we have room for our antifreeze, and we'll test it again. Okay, and I touched on there a little bit about being for Chevy. If you see this label that says Dex Cool, that is GM approved. It says right there on the label. That means this is orange. The orange lid indicates that this is the orange antifreeze that goes in General Motors products. See, this is the Walmart brand. This is Prestone GM vehicles. It also says Dex Cool on it as well. You see, it has the orange lid. Any of your GM approved antifreezes are going to have the orange lid. That way you know, oh, that's the orange antifreeze. These are going to be green. This one that I have, I'm not sure if it's going to be a green one or if it's going to be yellow. But it doesn't matter on these because it's all vehicles, all makes and models. So that way you know you're getting the right stuff. I don't know what it would do to your vehicle if you mix the two. I just know they say it's not recommended. Okay guys, so as you saw, we went to Wally World, picked up some antifreeze. I went ahead, with the engine being warm, the only way on these trucks to drain a little bit of water out is through the petcock valve on the bottom. So I just took my heater hose loose here. I let a little bit of water out. I think it's going to be about enough to get a gallon of antifreeze in there. But I get to kind of touch base again on what we were talking about at Walmart. Again, this is good for all vehicles. You can't really see. I'm going to dump just a little bit out here so you can see it. It's got a green tint to it. That's the good stuff that will go in anything. But we're going to dump it in here. We're going to get it filled back up to the full line.
Looks good.
Okay. Yeah, we've got about that much left in this gallon. So now that we've got it filled up, we're going to go ahead and start the truck. Turn your heater on. That way you're opening up the valves and you get all the air work back out of your system if there is any. Let the vehicle warm up and let the water start circulating good before we start testing it. So I'm going to go ahead and start the truck. Okay, so as you saw, I've let the truck warm up good. It came up to temperature. You could see the fluid running through the reservoir. So now we're gonna get our tester back out. I'm gonna reach right down inside here. I'm gonna pull us a sample. And you see right there, our temperature is gonna be good to right about, I'm gonna say 15 below 0 Fahrenheit. So we're not quite a 50-50 blend of antifreeze and water in the engine at this point, but it's safe to say where we live in northeastern Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure that the temperature is not going to get down to 15 below 0. So we're good to go at that point. The 15 below or 20 below Fahrenheit, if we flip it over, that puts our boil over point at 262 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're in really good shape right there. It's that simple, y'all. I just, like I say, make sure that you're getting good antifreeze in there. You're running as close to a 50-50 blend as you can. Make sure that you're getting good antifreeze. If you have an empty system, the 50-50 premix is okay to use. It's more expensive than to buy the pure antifreeze. Water's cheap. mix a half a gallon of antifreeze with a half a gallon of water, you have your 50-50. So, but that's what we're gonna do. I hope it helps you guys out. Maybe you can teach somebody else, or if somebody's asking you about it and they're not understanding, point them over to our video. But hope you like what you saw. Make sure you share it with your friends. Leave some comments, subscribe if you haven't already, and smash that bell to get notified when we put out a new video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, that way we know we're doing what you like. Until next time, see ya.